All right, what is up, everybody? Hey, if you are new to this channel, my name is Craig. Me and my buddy Chris started this. We are Lions fans. We don't hide that, right? But we love talking about teams that the national media ignores. I think we've done more Texans videos than any other team over the 3 years that we've had this channel. We've enjoyed talking about it. We knew they had something special before CJ Stroud even started a game. And it was kind of a surprise to everybody that first year, except us, who were talking about it well beforehand, talking about how this team could be good. So if you want a non-biased view of your team and what they're doing, we want to be your go-to spot for the Texans. And if you just like NFL in general, this is a great channel to listen to. And, you know, I want to talk about this for a second. The team starts 0-3. Oh, no, the sky is falling. We're not any good. We got a new offensive coordinator. The offense still isn't good. What if CJ Stroud isn't as good as we think he is? And, like, what if year 2 CJ Stroud was more reality than year 1 CJ Stroud? And you start off, you have a slow start, and then all of a sudden you have back-to-back games against the Titans and against the Ravens where you absolutely blow the doors off. And it is complete dominant wins in back-to-back games. And all of a sudden, your record's 2-3, which you're not thrilled about. But at the same time, you're sitting there and you're like, we're not bad. We're still in a decent position. Like, we could be an 0-3 team that actually makes the playoffs, and you're feeling good about your team again. Look, there were a couple of very, very simple things. That were the very clear reason why you struggled in the first 3 games, but there's been one consistent. And I want to talk about that because you have an absolute elite unit on your hands. And that is your defensive, that's your defensive front. It's really, really simple. Your defense is elite. And the numbers show it, but I want to talk about a couple of different things. And we're going to get back to your defense. We're going to get to the schedule. We're going to do all that. But first, I want to talk about why you don't even need to panic about the offense. We all know the stories of what's going on about the offensive line. But D'Amico Ryan said it best, I think. He said it was really, really simple. He said, we can't go back and change what happened the first 3 weeks. We can learn from it. We can improve on the miscues that we've had, and we can be better because of the things that happened. I think that's what our guys are doing a really good job of us. And then he talked about ball security. Duh. Is there anything else coaches talk about? I think it's important. Nobody wants to hear about it. It's massively big. He said that's been the biggest game changer for us these past 2 weeks. If we continue to do that, we're going to have an opportunity to win. They had 5 turnovers in their first 3 weeks. In the last 2 weeks, 0. None. Zip, zero, zilch, nada. Stroud went from 2 touchdowns and I think 3 picks in the first 3 games to 6 touchdowns, no picks in the last 2 games. The key has been that the offensive line has protected him. When he has protection, he is a remarkable, remarkable quarterback. He has proven he can still be that guy. But here is something, and it's funny. I was reading this article. And it said CJ Stroud has been great in the last 2 weeks after getting off to a slow start in his first year under offensive coordinator Nick Caley. Okay. First year offensive coordinator Nick Caley getting off to a slow start. All right. It completely reworked offensive line. You still have Nico Collins, but then it's new faces in the wide receiver room. You have Joe Mixon that was out. It's new faces in the running back room. This was an offense that is completely different than it was last year. So when you go and you look at what they did over the first 3 weeks, it makes sense that their offense struggled. 9, 19, and 10 is how many they scored. But I want to go ahead and I want to take a moment and help everybody realize the LA Rams are a very good football team. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a very good football team. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 4-1. Right? And so, you notice what I did there? I didn't want to hurt anybody, right? I know we don't like Jacksonville in these parts. All right, but and by the way, I've said this before on this channel. I have a brother-in-law that lives in Houston. They were just up visiting for the week. We're in Michigan. And it's fun. Like the Texans, it's a thing down there. It's a thing. And now you look at the schedule, and when the schedule first came out, you had to think to yourself, okay, at home against Tampa, that's a game that we can hope to win. And then on the road at Jacksonville, that's 2 W's. And then Tennessee. So you're thinking to yourself, probably 3-2 realistically, with having to travel to LA and travel to Baltimore. But then your wins come against Tennessee, which was expected, and then the Baltimore game. Sure, part of you lucked out with getting Lamar Jackson hurt, but I promise you, 44 points going against the Baltimore Ravens, they weren't going to stop you. Lamar wasn't going to play defense. Like, your offense absolutely dominated that game. And now you have a bye week, and you're now preparing for a difficult stretch. You go to Seattle. Then you're home, though, against 2 good teams, the often injury-riddled San Francisco 49ers, the Denver Broncos, and home against Jacksonville. This is a 3-game stretch that makes or break. I'll even go 4-game stretch because at Tennessee. A 4-game stretch that makes or break the season. If you, in this 5-game stretch, can go 4-1 or 3-2, you flip the script. And you're heading in at either 7-5. I'm sorry, that's not accurate. You're heading in at either 6-4 or 5-5. And both of those set you up down the stretch to do some things. All right, and that's exactly what you're looking to do. You're looking to flip the script. But there's one thing that travels, and it's defense. Whether this offense is having a good game or a bad game, I think the days of the offense scoring 10 points are done. I think the offense has figured it out. Stroud has figured it out enough that it's no longer going to be a 20-10 loss. You are going to be at least 20 points even against some of the best defenses. But your defense, if you look at it in PFF, if you look at their grades, you're 7th. Okay? But I like to look at other stats, things that are more important, like points allowed, you're 1st. Nobody has allowed less points. I want you to think about this. Through 5 games, you've allowed 61 points. That's 12 points a game. I mean, 12.2 if you're getting really technical. That's crazy. And that's the identity of this team. And I know it was fun and it was exciting. You got Stroud, the offense. You got Nico Collins. You got one of the best quarterbacks. You got absolutely one of the best wide receivers in the game. Joe Mixon is running crazy. You got one of the best tackles in Laramie Tunsil and everything. I know he's gone now. I know that. Don't turn off the video. All right. I know you traded him to the Commanders, but I'm talking last year and the year before, or Stroud's rookie year. You're just like, oh my goodness, we got these weapons. We're going to be so good. You're going into year 2, and then all of a sudden the offense stopped. You have a team, though, that is built. You have a team that is built in the image of a head coach, which is a defensive-minded, defensively very good team. And now the next maturation, and he may have found it with Kaylee, right? We're going to find out. It's a small sample size so far. If DeMeco Ryans can find a way to have consistently good offensive play, and the older Stroud gets, the more he understands the game, the more he becomes a coach on the field, the more he can work with the coordinator instead of the coordinator helping him and telling him what to do, the better and more consistent this offense will be. I look at it similar to what Tampa Bay has done. They have a fantastic defensive coordinator as a head coach, but, and there's a big but in there, it's all working because Baker Mayfield has become a star at the quarterback position, and it doesn't matter what offensive coordinator comes in, Baker knows the system. Baker knows what he wants to do. You can get that with Stroud. It's just going to take a second, right? He's still young. This is a team that could be an absolute force for years to come. Very excited to see it. Defense travels. Don't count the season out yet. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.